Welcome to the driver's seat. This is the 2019 second generation GMC Terrain. I think GMC is in a very unique position because ever since the departure of Hummer about 10 years ago, there's really been a void for this kind of industrial brand. Jeep has that with Fiat and Chrysler, but GM really needed that. I think some people internally might even regret letting Hummer go. So quietly, GMC has not only made a name for itself and really kind of carried that industrial image for the brand, they've also launched a brand within the brand, and that's Denali. Denali accounts for almost 50% of sales, which baffles me that so many people are willing to spend that extra money. The starting price for a front-wheel drive Terrain is around $26,000. That's the smaller 1.5 liter turbo engine, 170 horsepower, front-wheel drive only. That's the SL model. This is a Denali, and it starts around $39,000, has the standard 2.0 turbo engine, 252 horsepower, and a lot of bells and whistles. Add all-wheel drive, and you're up to $44,000, which is a lot of money. And for $44,000, you don't even get a sunroof, which really surprised me. All right, let's talk about what we like. Let's start with the exterior styling. GMC has been known for this blocky, squared off styling, and it works. It's done a good job to attract more male buyers into a segment like this, but also there's a certain percentage of female buyers that want that industrial look and kind of that toughness about it. So it works. The first gen Terrain was good. This one much better, just overall better styling. The V6 is gone. It's been replaced with a 2-liter turbo. But you also have the option of a diesel engine. You can't get the diesel in the Denali, but you can get it as an SLE or SLT, about $33,000, $35,000. And we haven't driven that one, but it's probably good for towing, hauling, because it has 240 pound-feet of torque. So a ton of torque, only 137 horsepower. But overall, we like the styling, very high-tech in our opinion. A lot of journalists were complaining about this shifter, which consists of 4 buttons, well 5 if you count the low gear, and it actually does not bother us one bit. To me, it makes great use of the space, and when you look at the outgoing model that had a traditional shifter that took up a lot of space, that now could be used to hold your cell phone, cup holders, etc. So this is the direction most car companies are going, and if Ram can put a dial shifter into the Rebel, which is supposed to be their sporty, kind of tough outdoor truck, then I'm okay with GMC putting a push button shifter in the Terrain. It does not bother me one bit. The car drives nice and handles, as expected. This is an interesting segment. So this is what I call the mid-size crossover segment for 2 rows, so 5 passengers. Other vehicles include the Cherokee, which is the only other one that offers a diesel, and you have the Santa Fe, and the list goes on and on, Murano, etc. I like the styling of this vehicle as much as anything in the segment. I think that they've done a good job, especially with this Denali trim, to really appeal to that premium buyer. So this is maybe somebody who doesn't quite want the Cadillac XT4, for example, maybe maybe half a step down, and that's what this gives them. And I'm okay with it. This is a nice looking vehicle. I think it's priced a little high. If you compare this to the Santa Fe, which is one of the newest vehicles in the segment, and that one tops off at around $39,000. That's it. So the fact that you can get this for about $44,000 tells me that the Santa Fe is about 10 to 12% cheaper. You go test drive them all, decide which one is best for you. I think for some people the the whole GMC image really works, and you know, I'm okay with that, and I think that you can't really go wrong with selecting this vehicle. It does have some hard plastic pieces in certain parts, but overall, good quality materials. You can see where they stepped it up. These plated plastic pieces are looking and feeling more and more like metal, even though they're not. The steering wheel is nice and thick. The 8-speed automatic transmission is good. You know, the car feels a little laggy at times, but that's expected with a turbo on a vehicle of this mass. This isn't obviously a Yukon or anything that big, or even an Acadia, but still, it's not a small vehicle, and it needs that power. We have not driven the 1.5 either, and you know, that engine is definitely designed for people who don't need to accelerate fast and maybe want to get a little bit better fuel economy. We've been averaging in the low 20s combined city and highway, which is again on par for the segment. There's nothing noticeably awesome about this vehicle, but there's also nothing glaringly wrong with it. Hard to find much to complain about other than the price and the lack of a sunroof. The rest of it, you know, seats are comfortable, good visibility, just a pleasant car to walk up to, and when you see it down the road, it sits nicely, very balanced, and again, I like the squared off kind of rugged look, the big chrome-like grille. It's plastic, but they've made it look like chrome, and that works as well with a big GMC logo right up front. So a very bold, you know, statement for GMC. I think they could go even bolder next time. We'll see, but for now, this vehicle is relatively new, so don't expect to find a new one for several years. If it's on your list, drive the competition, and then come back, tell me what you think, but you'll decide with your checkbook. I'm Ron Doran, thanks for watching. See you next time on The Driver's Seat.